इसका तो मेरे को एक लड़का बोलता है कि वो चालू है।
कौन सा?
रमैया वास्तव में
हिट हो गया
क्या पता
सबका
तरह
पर
नहीं कहते नहीं देंगे
हाँ
नहीं
With a huge round of applause, John Abraham. Come on, I'm sure all of you can have a listen.
Hey guys, thank you for being here. 2 मिनट के लिए बैठिए. बैठिए ना भाई, फोटोग्राफर अंकल बैठिए.
I would request all of you to
Yeah.
kindly be seated.
Yeah. Guys, thank you for coming. This is a very special day for me because I believe in fitness, and it's great that I have this opportunity to speak about my association of J Fitness with someone who I think is someone who needs no introduction in a way. His name is David Haye. He's the former heavyweight boxing champion of the world. And just to give you a brief on what he's about, I think you guys would definitely want to see the screen out there so you'd get an idea what David Haye is about.
I would request the lights to be kindly toned down, please. All of you are please requested to look towards the screen.
So after you kind of see this, you'd get an idea, and then we can open the floors. We'll introduce the man himself and the people responsible for J Fitness, and then we can open ourselves for question and answers.
British boxing since Lennox Lewis. But David Haye is not just a boxer, he's a red carpet megastar and loudmouth entertainer.
I don't ejaculate, I don't... Hang on.
His skill in the ring and charm outside it has won him a huge celebrity fan base. And they're queuing up to train with him, so now he's invited some of them into the ring. He's taking time out from fight preparation to spar with his famous friends and find out what makes them tick. And he has ways of making school tries for a knockout in Miami.
He's 1-0 against the Haymaker, actually beat me in my own gym. So technically, with a heavyweight champion, I really.
Ricky Gervais.
Down to my body, instead of James.
Actor Mickey Rourke.
I'll do you right now.
J Fitness Center. Please let's welcome Mr. David Haye along with John Abraham.
Okay, before we start off, I'd also like to get a few more people on stage. So, खींचेंगे हम लोग, खींचेंगे आराम से बहुत. I'd just like to get a few more people on stage who are instrumental in this association and who are responsible for making this happen here. I'd like to invite on Q&A's, question and answers, so you can.
Welcome, sir.
David's trainer, Bobby, who's the champ in himself. You can make out, handsome young man. Bobby.
A very warm welcome, sir.
And Chris Gethin, who's responsible for getting me in shape. He's out here. And he's going to be a very important part of this entire venture. Chris? So, come, we sit.
Well, sir, before I pass on to the media, I would like to ask one question to Mr. David, sir. Yes? So, sir, how do you, first of all, a very warm welcome to India, to all of you.
Thank
a
you.
very, very warm welcome to India. So, how do you feel on this entire collaboration with the JA Fitness Center?
It's great. I've met John over in London. He's come to my gym in London, and we had a training session. He told me about JA Fitness over here. I told him about the Haymaker gym brand, the gym we're doing in Dubai, and it was a perfect opportunity for us to collaborate together and do something here, do something great in India.
Well, I'm sure we're all waiting for it. John, sir.
Well, I think we've got a number of gyms in India, and I don't think we have something that has a specific USP. So I think with David's expertise in the boxing world, and the fact that he's already with his entire team here, Bobby, Alberto, Dale, who's on camera there. They've got something really special in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi. I think that would lend a lot of credence to what we're doing here. We are very excited about having him here, and we hope that David keeps coming down to Mumbai more often. Alberto, Bobby, all of you. Chris is an Indian now, so I can say he's an Indian. He loves India. So this is a team here. We're looking at revolutionizing and making something very special out of fitness in this country. And I believe we've got the best people on the podium today. And I don't think anybody can get the opportunity of seeing these people live. And it's great that you guys have come. Thank you so much to the media for really being here and gracing this occasion.
Also, sir, we come to know that the two of you are planning a movie to make together on the sport of boxing on the fitness center.
Well, David's, like you see, he's a smart guy out here. We are, in fact, in the scripting stages of a film that I seriously wanted to do on boxing next year. And meeting David and starting the Haymaker JA Fitness combined that we plan to do led us to an extension of what we believed it would be an Indian film that would lend credibility to boxing. And I don't think there is any person better than David to educate us in that respect. So welcome. He'll have to do a lot of Hindi lessons here that Chris has started. So it's going to be tough, but they're all excited about doing something different. So let's hope for the best, and let's see what next year has to offer us in terms of something effective.
Well, I'm sure, sir, it is going to be one of the best ventures in India. And with that, I would like to open for the media question answers. You may proceed one by one.
Hello, hi David, Rupa from CNN IBN. Welcome to Mumbai, first of all.
Thank you very much.
Talking about your bouts itself, we were watching quite a few before I came just to see, get refreshed a bit. You're so charismatic, even in the ring, there's a bit of a show out there, even when you're fighting, you're down, but still there's so much of drama involved. Does all of that make you, or is it just, it's more mental, it's more physical and mental than all of that?
I think what happens in the ring is just what is my DNA, is how I'm built. As you said, I get knocked down sometimes, but I knock people down. Most of the time, out of my 26 victories, 24 have been by knockout, so I'm knocking people down a lot. And I think that's why people sort of gravitate towards him when I fight, is because I'm exciting, and I would like to bring that sort of excitement and that enthusiasm into the gyms that I'm building. And obviously, teaming up with John here I think it's a perfect combination.
There's a bit of that off the ring as well. That you.
Yeah, even outside of the ring, I like excitement. I like having fun. I like getting people excited, and that's why you guys have turned out today, because there's something very exciting in the pipeline. So hopefully the same amount of excitement and enthusiasm that I bring to the ring, I'll also bring to this this venture.
Right. Hi, John. Shilpa here. Tell us a little more about this venture. Will it be a chain of gyms in the city? How is it going to happen?
Well, at this point, we've not looked at scaling up anything. We want to start with one flagship gym. We were looking at Mumbai as the main epicenter of where we start this off from. It's going to be a one-off at this point of time, but definitely the questions that Alberto and me, David's manager here, we spoke to each other. The first question he asked me was that, are you planning on scaling up? And the answer was yes. But at this point of time, it would be really presumptuous for us to say that we can scale up. We just want to concentrate on a flagship gym that would be one of the finest in the world, and that would offer anybody who went in there something more than just fitness. We're talking about nutrition, which Chris's company, Nutrition by Design, is going to provide. We're going to talk about training that David's boxing, Chris's exercising techniques, etc. are going to provide. So David's gym in Dubai is such an amazing venture. I have seen the designs, I've seen them. They're like absolutely fabulous. If we can get some of that to this country and expose our people to what the experience of getting fit could be like, I think it would be a great opportunity. So I'm very fortunate. I'm honored actually to tie up with David, and actually not only David, but get the help of his entire team here, who are extremely smart and efficient people.
Right, John, don't you think it's interesting that when I say boxing in India, it's a woman that first comes to our mind. It's Mary Kom. And maybe, David, you could also weigh in on this.
Yeah, obviously everybody's aware of Mary Kom, what she did at the Olympics. Everyone knows her story, her children, and the fact what she's been through. And I think that's really given India a sort of shot in the arm in terms of youngsters coming through, particularly young girls who want to do sport, and they know that they can do boxing. Now boxing is at the Olympics. And in London, obviously, it was the first time women were allowed to box at the Olympics. I think it's a great thing. I think women should be allowed to box many, many years ago in the Olympics. But finally, we're here. And in the first inaugural female Olympics for boxing, we got Mary Kom winning a medal, and I think it's amazing. And that's definitely got boxing back on the map in India.
Fantastic. And John, could you also weigh in on women and fitness with regard to boxing?
Well, the one thing we're very clear about, and correct me if I'm wrong, David, is that this is not a boxing academy. It's a fitness center with a boxing ring, which is going to be used as a form of fitness. So we'd expect a lot more women to get into that ring and start getting fit. If you have problems with your husbands or boyfriends, you can. So I just think it's a form of fitness. We're not looking at damaging anyone here. And I think David, as tough as he is, in the ring, and he can knock people out, he's one of the nicest, most docile people outside. He's a lamb, and it's so it's so sweet to see someone like that. So his prerequisite has always been no one should get hurt, and that's going to be the diktat of the philosophy of whatever we do.
All non-contact. We're not going to try and get people in there fighting with each other if you come to the gym. It's just got a nice boxing flavour. All of the coaches there will be trained by myself, so everybody will know how to teach boxing and how to do boxing classes correctly and safely. And for me, that's what I bring to the table.
David, a question to you. Boxing is also more about mental game than only about the physical game. There's a lot of aura involved about you and Klitschko brothers as well. Do you think half the battle is won when you step in the ring with so much aura that is surrounding you?
Definitely, the mental side of boxing is very important, but how you get mentally strong is to be physically strong. If I wasn't physically strong, getting into the ring, I'd probably be mentally weak. So I need to know that all the training has been done correctly, my nutrition is done correctly, my physiotherapy is, everything's on point, my body's in a good state. So when I walk into the ring, I know that I'm going to win the fight, I can perform at my optimum. So without a doubt, having mental strength is very important, but you only get that by making sure that the physical is right.
John, you have done a lot of action movies, but do you also think that someday you can take David in the ring as well and have a bout with him?
Right now I wouldn't last for 3 seconds, and 3 is like the outer limit. But I want to train with David a lot more. I want to learn the art of boxing because, to be fair and honest, I do not know the art of boxing. So I would love to learn more of it. And I would like to get a credible film out where boxing is taken seriously. Because I grew up on Rocky and the Rocky series, and that's the reason why I went to gym. And like David says, even though that wasn't authentic, you looked up to the film and the actor, like Sylvester Stallone. So I just want people to look at a credible boxing film and say, hey, listen, here's something that's the first time in India, and that's what we want to work towards. But the initial thrust is on starting this on the fitness center, and that's the Haymaker JA Fitness Center.
John.
Right, very good question. Absolutely wonderful question. We haven't decided on price points, the membership is going to be open to everyone. This is an initial association that we've had right now. We are still in the design process, and there's a lot of homework that goes into building something the way we've envisaged it to be built. So once we figure out what we're doing in terms of design, etc., we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So speaking about memberships right now is really early, but I like the way you opened your statement and you said you're a fitness enthusiast, and I think all of us are students, and I think each one of us learns through the process. And I hope, I'm not saying I'm a proponent of fitness here, I'm a student myself, and I'm actually being selfish because I have experts like David, and then you have Bobby, you have Chris, who, Chris is training me. I learn from him every day, so you learn from these people. So I wish the knowledge that's imparted to me could be imparted to all of you. Memberships will happen later, but of course, definitely people who put their blood and skin into this would definitely be members at this gym. Exactly. It's because it's different way here. The point is, this is not a regular gym. This has a boxing ring in it. For one. A boxing ring, not where people bash each other's guts out, but just a boxing ring so you can get fit. We're planning to design this, in a completely different way. We've got our architecture in place. My brother's going to be designing the place. We've got everything in place. It's too early and premature to speak about it. Probably the next press conference would be to show you the place after this directly. And that's going to take time, to be honest. But we'll have something that's really special in store, and India can boast of one of the best fitness facilities in the world after this gym. Thank you so much. Thank you.
John, can you? I am behind here. Yeah. Can you tell us about the film that you're thinking about scripting with him, and tell us how you're going ahead with it?
Right. David's got some offers from the West, and when he met me, we spoke about Indian films, and I spoke to him about a film that I'm planning to do on boxing, and that's where he showed his interest and said, hey, listen, let's do something together on this. I was more than excited, and I said, why not? And with the genre of films changing, the kind of films that are being accepted today, I feel and I know in the capacity of a producer and the capacity of an actor that someone like David tomorrow, when he comes on screen, or when he shows boxing in the light that it's meant to be shown in, would be far more accepted than a typical film where you're pretending to be a boxer. So I think we go through the entire process, and I think that's the beauty. I've always stressed on sport in my films. I did a film on football. I speak about fitness through films like Dostana and Force, and Shootout. So it's always important to try and be fit and to promote sport. And if a film can do it, then nothing like it.
We just hope that this gym doesn't become a luxury for common man.
I just feel it'll be something that's very special. For the common man, I'd say it's for the fitness enthusiast, like my brother said there. It's like a fitness thing. So if someone comes in and really wants to sweat it out and really wants to work hard, the gym is going to be open for people like that. That's all I can say, that, people who really want to transform can be there. I want to transform, that's why Chris is here.
John, here, on your left hand side.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. Since you said that you were going to put this film forward on a very serious note, so will it be a work of fiction or out and out commercial film?
It's going to be a commercial film because I think commercial films are films that do commerce. So I think we'll try and make a film that does the numbers. But we'll try and make it in a framework where there is a lot of credibility attached to it as far as the sport is concerned. The storyline, it's too early to speak about. Well, the thing Chris, my trainer, who's here, tells me, and this is the only advice I can give people is, just be very, very disciplined about what you eat, your lifestyle. And as boring as it may sound, I think you need to go to bed early and wake up early. And there's no other way. I'm learning every day. I have a long way to go. I'm probably at 10% right now. I've got to traverse the 90, and I don't even know whether I'll reach 100. But every day is a learning process. And when you see people like this, you know that these people have reached that peak, and it takes a lot to be where he is. So I think it's all a process, and my advice to youngsters is just don't do drugs, stay clean. I can't advise people not to drink or smoke, but all I can say is it's harmful to your health. And if you can stay as clean as possible and disciplined, you'd be fine. And keep your mind clean.
The transition from amateur to professional, you've got some great amateurs, Singh and Com. I believe that if they wanted to turn professional, I believe they've got the skill set to do so. They'll just need to get the whole professional infrastructure around them. And at the moment, there doesn't seem to be that in India yet. But there's something that needs to increase. By my presence over here, coming over here for this gym, that's definitely something I can bring over as well. So these guys, if they want to come down, I can give them my knowledge. We'll have professional boxing coaches here as well. So I believe that this particular gym could help out if a young amateur would want to turn professional. I think it's a bad thing that pro boxers are now, it seems like, going to be allowed to compete at the Olympics. It's not fair. It's like myself, after competing as an amateur for 12 years, turning professional. I've been a pro 10 years now, having 12-round fights, world championship fights, being paid lots of money, to then go back to the Olympics and try and fight some potentially a 17-year-old boy who's only had 20 fights. It's not fair. I shouldn't be allowed to go back and fight the Olympics. The Olympics are for younger kids or amateurs coming through. Once you turn professional, you stay professional, and the amateurs are for the young guys coming through. Even if you're not young, as long as you've just done amateur boxing, I think it's just for those guys. Yeah, but amateur boxers is an amateur sport. Then you turn professional. Amateur boxers should do amateur boxing. If they want to then venture into the professional game, if they want to do it as a job, as a full-time job, then yeah, I welcome that. I think it's a good thing. But the other way round, pros going back to amateur, it doesn't seem fair at all.
John, my question is to you. I just want to know, whenever we hear of actors, preparing for their roles for a film about fitness, we actually hear of them, hiring instructors from abroad. Even Hrithik Roshan, for his look in Krish 3, had instructors coming from abroad. You have Chris.
Chris has trained Hrithik for Krish.
Yeah, correct. So my question is, do you think that, India lacks in this department, and hence you actors also prefer trainers coming from foreign shores?
Well, I think, it's as simple as that. We need to learn. And I see no reason why we can't. I've been trained very ably by an Indian trainer, and I'm very proud of the way he's trained me. But the knowledge that I get from Chris is something that is so deep, where I really believe that a lot of our trainers need to really pick up that and learn that. We are a little behind. I'll be very fair and honest. We need to improve. We need to educate ourselves. And that just doesn't go for our trainers. That goes for people like me who need to really be holistically and completely fit as well. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Some
And
of,
who's your favorite
John's.
actor? You can't say John.
He wasn't asking. I mean, he was asking me only about the actresses. So.
Who was the one we saw earlier?
I think you saw Priyanka, Deepika.
Yeah, Deepika. We saw Deepika earlier on, and a very impressive actress. Very impressive.
Oh, क्या सवाल पूछा? They're asking who would the heroine across you in the film be?
Ooh.
It's too early, too early. Oh yeah. Well, my personal favorite internationally is only one person, and I look up to him. It's Sylvester Stallone. I love him, I revere him, and I think he's the reason why I got into fitness and into films. Here, I think every actor is fit today. Name them and they're fit. I think Hrithik's fit, Shah Rukh's fit, Amir's fit, Salman's fit. Everybody's fit. I mean, you name all the top 10 actors, I think everyone's fit, and I think it's amazing. I am very happy about it. I'm just very happy that they all are so fit. But I just think that, at least to me, I've got a long way to go. So for me to keep up with these guys would take me some time. Yeah, I think, I'm preparing for a film, and that's why Chris is there. And I'm preparing for a film where I need to transform myself. So he's going to load me on with weight, and then he's going to shred me down. And we're going to see a different John Abraham probably in 2 months or 2.5 months. Right, that's a little under wraps at this point of time. Not for any other reason, but I think fitness is like religion for me. And I think there's something very special in store for fitness enthusiasts like you. And that should be coming to screens probably, hopefully by Christmas, if not Diwali.
Okay, one last question. How religiously do you follow your diet? Because you said that people should not cheat, they should sleep on time.
I can answer this one. I've been around him for a few days and even back in England, and I have to say he does not cheat whatsoever. We've been trying to sneak cakes in front of him, and he looks at it. I can see him staring at it, and he looks away and pushes it away. Today he had fish, no sauce, no salt, drinks water. He's very, very dedicated. He's as dedicated as any professional athlete that I know. So when he says he's in diet mode, he's in diet mode, and he is living a very clean, healthy diet.
Thank you.
No, Madras Cafe is over and done with. For that I had to lose muscle and lose all my weight that I'd built for Shootout. So that film's out of the way. It's for my next venture that I need to get back into pretty decent shape. So let's hope we get there, and Chris is the man responsible.
David here, to your left. Yeah. Would you necessarily agree when people say that heavyweight boxing per se has lost its charm in terms of rivalries after you've left and the Klitschko's have quit as well? Would you agree?
There are a few guys coming through the ranks. But as you said, with the Klitschko's it has been rather boring. And I believe a fight with myself and Vitaly Klitschko would be very exciting for the world.
So when's that happening?
Hopefully next year. This year I wanted it. He for some reason didn't want it. So hopefully next year we can make it happen. That'll be the big exciting fight that everybody dreams of.
Thank you guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you everyone for having been present here.
I think each other's gymnasium. All the very best.
their future ventures and for their future movies.
Sir, this side. Sir, punch the air. Sir, punch the air, sir. Sir, punch here. Sir, punch here.
Thank you.